We'll call the meeting to order at 4 o'clock. We have not only a forum, we have a full committee today. Thank you for coming. Nominations for a chair, please.
I nominate Bruce.
Bruce, would you accept?
Sure.
Are there any other nominations for chair?
I would nominate Robbie, seems to be the most knowledgeable.
Robbie, would you accept?
Sure.
Are there any other nominations for chair? Seeing none, all nominations will cease. All those in favor of Bruce for chair? 2. Those in favor of Robbie for chair? That is 3. Robbie by a vote of 3-2. You are elected chair. The meeting is yours.
I don't know about that. All right, so since I was elected chair, thank you guys, I appreciate it. I'll move on to item 3, election of vice chair. I heard nominations of vice chair.
You were interested in being vice chair, Mike? Yeah, how long you been on here?
Not long.
Didn't you do it before?
Huh?
You did it before though, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Who was the old vice chair?
Was it Cody?
Cody.
It was Cody.
He's not on there anymore.
No, I don't know if he had the time for it.
Yeah. I think Cody was with me. Pretty sure he was.
All right, well, Mike, I'm gonna nominate Mike.
That heavy side, you know me, the yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Just, you know, he's very bound.
It's not my job to ask you.
Oh, yeah, we accept, well, I can't like ask you to accept it. All right, we accept it, Mike, to be nominated, all right. Any other nominations for vice chair? All right, with that, we'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Mike as being vice chair of the committee, raise your hand.
I'm not even in favor of that.
Okay, well, all those opposed? You can oppose yourself. All right, thank you. Review and approval of the minutes for November 24th. So we have a hard copy. Richard, did you send these out as well in an email or just a hard copy?
I don't think it's
Okay, I'm gonna just take a second to review it. So we'll just take like 2 minutes to read through it, see if there's any questions or amendments. I don't think so. It's from Gardner.
Cody's.
Yeah.
This time, I think of a beer.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, are you done, John? I don't want to rush you. All right, so I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Make a motion.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Any seconds? I need a second.
Second.
All right, thank you, John. Any other discussion on the minutes as written? All right, all those in favor of accepting the minutes? Any opposed?
I wasn't here, so I'll abstain, I guess.
Perfect. That works. All right, discussion and action on financials. It looks like we have a budget with our current year to date as of end of this month or as of today or yesterday or.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much through. No, this is through March, but doesn't incur all March's expenses, just because that won't hit necessarily until the first. Or April. So you have things like 2 power bills on here instead of 3.
Gotcha.
So it's difficult to catch that.
Sure.
Overall, you're in a good position, and I'll talk real briefly and then let you take a look down through. I tried to simplify this to give you some history of actuals. This is the first year in recent memory where we've had a budget that was approved So I think that serving is a pretty good guideline. You can see our actual expenditures, like I said, there's 1, 2, or 3 months here, and then there's some one-off, happy to address those with you. And then I gave you the percentage just as guidance, so, we're really looking at about 25%. Spend rate on average for those things that trend at a regular rate.
Okay. Yeah, so I see some notes here, Tim or Dan, you wanna touch base on the pump two at the plant?
The pump, in the influent well failed, so we had, Stevens pump to come in and pull it out, and they had to take it back to the shop for a rebuild. The new pump was gonna be like 17,000 or more, so they rebuilt it for 6, which doesn't sound cheap, but less than 17.
Yeah,
Put it back in, it's all going good.
so was that pump replaced in 2017 as part of the upgrade, or was it older than that?
Right.
Yeah, it was new with the upgrade, it's already failed, did it short?
Brand new 19,000.
Okay, it's pretty new. Okay. Things fail,
It's the first one that's failing.
yeah. Do you know if, what they, was it a short or short to ground or just?
Nope, it was,
Back out of the.
yeah, mechanical issue, something,
Yeah.
a new impeller on some other stuff.
Okay, so it was the motor, it was the pump issue,
Yeah,
gotcha,
and there are 3 pumps in that well, so we've got
so we're gonna,
backups.
perfect. And then the oven, I'm guessing that's a drying oven, it's not cook your dinner, not cook your dinner.
That was an original, so that was 25 years
Yeah.
old.
Yep, for TSS and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect. Where did, last time we were here and in the minutes, we talked about jetting the reverse siphon? Did we do that?
We did it, yes.
How'd that go? Any issues up and running?
Yeah.
Where did that fall into this budget, or did it?
It fell into 2025.
Okay. Okay, perfect, cause I was looking for it, when I was looking, reviewing these.
And they ran 800, came this side first, the other side first. Came 800 feet across that way, then back the other way.
So it's fully clear, everything is working now.
It's 1,000 feet across there, so they double jetted it. It was actually cheaper than what I thought it was gonna be.
Good.
We did both lines, 2 lines to go down over the river, that section. We did a bolt for them there.
What did it end up costing to them? You remember, is it not listed in the
25 months,
tax
no,
bill?
is that much?
1,500 to
That's
1,700.
Oh, that's not bad at
Yeah.
all. I think we said like it would be up to like 5,000.
Yeah.
I thought just to roll the truck over here.
Yeah, that's what we discussed.
Surprised me,
Said Vortex did it?
yeah. Surprised me, it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome. Great, so we don't have any action that we need to do on these financials, just thank you for the report, appreciate keeping up on these. With us being not in the best net position at the end of last year, I think it's important to keep an eye on this kind of stuff, so. All right, going on to discussion action on sewer payment policy. So this is the policy to the, for the town to collect sewer fees. This is the same as it was in past years, as well as, this has nothing to do with liens, correct? Or no, it does to lien properties as well.
Yeah, so it requires the payment of older sewage charges first.
Okay.
And then it also restricts that last window on notices to lien and automatic foreclosure notices to certified payments. So that we're not erroneously filing or discharging liens.
Okay.
Those payments come in on certified funds.
Okay. So I will entertain a motion to accept the sewer payment policy.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
All right, thank you. I'll second the motion then. Any discussion on the sewer payment policy? All right, all those in favor of adopting the policy, raise your hand. Those opposed? Abstain? Bruce, did you ever vote for that one?
No.
No vote? Okay, so abstain. Do you have a hard copy of this, Richard? There was send around? All right. Public comment. We have limited to 2 minutes. Any public comment? Okay. The staff, you can talk, they're residents.
I
they have
mean,
the
if you
right
had
to-
something relevant, right?
Yeah, they have the right to say something. And then any other business discuss?
I don't have any other business aside from I'll give you kind of the overview because we have new members. Last year we met on demand, which wasn't very often. And then we had a quarterly meeting, so at the start of every quarter, we would meet to get a position on finances from the board before. So it was about like this, where you come in, you're gonna do regular stuff and hit the finances, as we watch rates. Well, there was an adjustment on rates of 10% last, and so we want that to take effect and watch operations. And be mindful that we lost our largest ratepayer last year, New Balance, so that's kind of where we're at. It's start of the quarter meetings unless there's something big that's happening. And then we'll do that. So we had pre-scheduled meetings. We didn't last year. We waited until 2 or 3 weeks before, and then we got something on the books when we had a better idea. So if that works for everybody, that's what we'll continue to do.
Yeah, and I know that works best for me. It's hard to schedule meetings 3 months out. You never know when we're gonna be available. I think it works good for everyone. So the doodle poll, do you do email or not? Not really.
I have so fucking much email, I don't want no more.
That's fair.
Richard can text me or call me,
Perfect, just schedule it.
I sent the doodle out to get from everybody, and John emailed me back before I had, and said this was good for Bruce, so.
Perfect. Yeah, and
I
I
worked and I call or text.
perfect. And I was out of town, so I was like, I'll get to it, and it was flagged, but. All right, well, any other business?
I mean, I have one thing, I don't know if this is the right time. We currently have a policy that keeps certain individuals or large entities from hooking up to our sewer. I don't know what the actual name of the policy is, I don't know if it's sewer use ordinance or what that actual technical name of that document is. And what it actually entails from this board or the public to get it changed. So that we proactively, if there is a large entity that wants to hook up that is commercial, that we would already have some of that red tape out of the way. Because I believe to change that, it would take a vote from the pub, not just us. I think it takes the public as well voting on it.
To change the sewer use ordinance, we just changed it. I don't know, Matt.
So do we have language in there that would keep,
I don't think so. I think we want more customers. I mean, more customers means spreading out of rates.
so am I mistaken that there's language that keeps entities from hooking
I
in
think
there?
there's language to protect the treatment plant. So if there's a company that's coming in that processes fish heads, right, they have to have an industrial pre-treatment process. Because
Okay.
our treatment plant's not set up to handle that level of phosphorus, right? So there's an industrial pre-treatment clause, requirement. I remember reading that, but
Okay, other than that, you don't think that there's any?
I think so. I mean, I think we changed it to make it easier to align with the state plumbing code
Okay,
last year. That was really the only change that we implemented in last year. Do you remember that conversation? Remember it said we had to be like something and we said it could be like schedule 35?
Connection plumbing.
Yeah, there was,
Next year, like, because we were discussing it because we had a couple
yeah,
coming on board. I think that's what we do, we just in line with state plumbing code, yes?
yeah.
okay.
Matt, I don't know.
Nice. I haven't actually read it, so I'll give it a once over.
That'd be great,
And
cause,
that way I'm just more familiar with it to see if it does entail something needing to be changed.
yeah,
If not, I think that's fantastic.
yeah, I think we want more customers. I mean, I know that I do, you
Yeah.
know. Because I pay your bill and you do too, so
Exactly.
if you have more customers, realistically, the cost is, there's so many fixed costs, please correct me if I'm wrong, in running a treatment plant. The increase in volume from a customer that's, as long as it's not like millions of gallons, is gonna be so marginal. To run it, we're gonna just see benefits from the individual users, especially residential users. I hope. But yeah, if you find something, let us know, definitely shoot it out, we got an email chain going, so. Any other business? Speaking of, we did have the new sewer use ordinance, so I'll just bring that up, that was passed by the town. And again, the only real difference between previously and now is aligning with state plumbing code for what the requirement is for materials usage, which we were already kind of doing.
Loosen the restrictions.
Yes, it made it
Allow
more
more
materials
flexibility.
be, yeah, 'cause we said it had to be like schedule 40 and, you know, we changed it so you can use schedule 35 or something, and it's nothing.
That's all I ever used.
The green pipe is good at 35.
Yeah, either gasket or the valve.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Cool.
What are we gonna do about the loss of, New Balance? Is that, we're gonna make that up somewhere or what?
Um. So we've kind of just been in a holding pattern. It's obviously the largest ratepayer on the network and they're down to base. So that's why we've been tracking rates. That was a contributing factor to the rate increase. The select board recommended the addition of tax dollars to support the sewer department. That was approved by voters at town meeting, so that's 35,000. That necessarily will take care of
Half of it.
that gap, but it doesn't really get us ahead, and it kind of leaves us in that stagnant position. I think that another 12 months out, if we see what will or won't happen with that property, it will better dictate what this board will have to do in terms of reviewing rates, arguably. Because like Robbie had said earlier, there are fixed costs. You can put another 100,000 gallons through that and or take 100,000 gallons away. It's, you still have to have the people that are there and the coverage on that plane. And that's the largest cost just about with anything. So.
Well, Tim said he just volunteered his time, he's,
Right.
But I mean, honestly, the cost is, and with no disrespect, but that's negligible on a part-time employee to provide coverage. There's not much in the way of cost savings to. There's not any cutting your budget. You have a lean budget that the commission put through last quarter, and I don't think there's much leaning it up. I mean,
Well, you're saying-
operating at a deficit.
you have 300 customers paying supposedly, and you lost actually 299, now that you lost New Balance stuff. And the people that are paying, there's a third of them that are already way behind, struggling to pay their bills. So if we keep increasing it and making it more, you've got people that are on fixed income that we're just gonna have more people in decline.
Yeah,
Paying
so
sewer bill.
our net position on sewer collections is probably the best that it's ever been. We don't have folks in automatic foreclosure status. We haven't in the last at least 12 months that we issue foreclosure notices on sewer use. That's very productive. Our lien numbers 2-3 years ago, even when folks are getting stimulus and main housing was infusing cash into the system, we were filing 30 to 40 liens a quarter. I think we filed 17 liens last quarter. So our collection rate, yes, there are still some folks that aren't keeping up, but we're in a better position overall as a department.
And Bruce, I think that's why, I know that's why I've been focusing so much on the budget. I think it's really important for us to keep an eye on it, you know, as a commission, right? And I trust Tim and Dan, I think they're doing a great job, but it's important for us to keep an eye on it, just to make sure everything matches up. What we don't want to end up with is any of our customers being like Vassalboro. Have you heard what's going on in Vassalboro with the sewer? So in Vassalboro, they used to have a treatment plant, slow sand filters, right? And they connected into Winslow. So all the sewage goes from Vassalboro into Winslow. And so they added a whole bunch of pipe, put in a couple different pump stations, over leveraged themselves. Now their sewer bills are $700 a quarter.
Right.
For a single family house. And our residents can't afford that. I can't afford that. You can't afford that. So like, we need to be very careful, like you said, we want to be very cognizant of people on fixed incomes, and a lot of people are relying on this service, and we do need to run it, and we need to maintain it, right? But we need to be aware, like, we can't go up 50%. You can't absorb that.
No.
So maybe we need to go up 3% this year, 5% next, like, slower, I think is easier to absorb than. Right, slower every year is easier to absorb than a 50% in 3 years. You know what I
It
mean?
looks like you say you'd like to see more people add on, but the problem is adding on, there's more cost to get the sewer line out there.
Right.
More pump stations,
I mean, we just
so
did,
sometimes adding on, you go behind.
right, I mean, we did a water service, a water main job, it was like $3 million a mile. Is what we're paying right now for pipe in the ground.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, you see it, you know.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah, if we're gonna go 500 yards, 600 yards to get 2 customers. It's not worth it. But yeah, I think I really feel, please correct me if I'm wrong, that this is really important, to keep an eye on the budget, having a budget. And then ask them like, hey, what are we doing about this? What can we have some savings? And we did find some savings in the past couple of years, so it's great, so.
Do we have any, let's say, areas that could be targeted for expansion, where we have that density in housing?
I have no idea.
Really?
I,
Have we
I'm
looked
not,
at that collectively as a board or in the past to see where you pick up the density like that? I mean, first thing that comes to mind is something like Tempesta way up there, you know, where you've got quite a few, I mean, modular homes, trailers and stuff like that. But I don't know if they have a communal septic up there or those all have individual,
They get individuals.
they all have individuals.
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't really looked at it and I don't,
Is that something we should look at as a board, to see where we, if and where we have density?
I think we touched base on this a little bit before, but I just feel like if you go, you have quite a few trailer lots up there, so that is probably your biggest bang for your buck, but I believe that it's a corporate owned trailer park now. And I don't think the people up there could have, I'm sure that if we were to go up there and expand down in there and come up with another fee, the lot rentals up there would be, the ones that are up there now would be struggling, would be in the same boat as we're discussing with, you know, homeowners that are on it now, and I'm not saying it's not a good idea, and it's not, that Tempesta Trailer Park is 30-ish years old, how
Oh,
long?
yeah,
So
systems are
the
gonna.
systems are nearing,
And are they the?
But there's nothing that
corporate?
says that you can't go in there and dig about and put it.
all right, but I'm just saying, you know, the cost that it would incur, and where's the, how much cost would it incur to each one to go in and dig it
Well,
up,
the
as
other-
opposed to putting them on and that and
You
there.
don't know if you're gonna have to put a pump station in there too to pump that up.
I don't even know what the elevation is.
I don't know.
No idea. There are factors to be seen, and I'm not sure that the cost, it would be better for the sewer department to have them on, but I'm not sure it would fly well with.
Well, maybe if it didn't cost too much to get it up there, if we had to add a pump station, it wouldn't be worth it.
Oh,
You
right,
know what I mean?
I mean,
I don't know.
Elevation is up there.
Right.
I'm not an
You
engineer.
have no idea, do you? You wouldn't have any idea what the elevation line.
Is there an
All-
expense in finding that out? Probably.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely
sure.
sure that.
Fred Marshall would know.
Oh, yeah, Fred would
Could ask Fred.
Is that something we could explore? Just, I mean, that was just the first, and I don't know if there's other places that
I
have
mean,
that potential.
no, that's probably the easiest one, because the line does go up by, but like I said, I just,
Well, the other one too would be Cochran's Trailer Park. They got issues up there now.
No, right, other side of the road.
that's a fairly long.
Go down in there,
Yeah, I think
16
that
lots.
some grant money or to get, there's no money, there's no money to expand it up there, that's the problem.
Hmm.
We don't have any. I mean, it sounds good and it would work good, and I think it would help, but we'd have to we'd have to get a little creative with giving funds for something, doesn't it?
Yeah, they-
I mean, there's.
It stops right at the corner of Pearl Hill, right?
Yeah.
No, it
No.
goes to, yeah, the next. Right,
Everett Street,
land,
Everett Street, and then just a couple more, right?
South, full blaze house.
Yeah, so you'd have to get out across the dip at
I
Blaze,
think Bob Ketchum's house was the last one.
yeah,
I don't know who lives there now.
yeah, on the right there, right for the field.
Yeah, that's
So,
all.
I mean, you'd have,
And then are there grants for that stuff? I mean, do we apply
There's
for
money,
those?
there's not money next year, I'll tell you that much.
So, I mean, what do you design that and then apply for it? I mean, is that how that kind of plays out, or do you apply?
Gonna
for
have
it?
to design it so you know how much the cost is gonna be.
It's clean water, the clean water SRF,
Right.
I mean,
I just think we are, no matter what we do, we're gonna have to come up, get creative and ask for some.
I mean.
Well, right, I mean, it's clear we can't go back to ratepayers looking to increase to fund this, at least not in whole, right?
Right, I mean, I know a lot of the SRF for this year, SRF is state revolving funds, you know, those are. Kind of, so there's a drinking water SRF, which is like for drinking water, obviously, then a clean water SRF, clean waters for sewer. And in 2026, it was 35% grant. In 2027, due to congressionally directed spending, there will probably be very limited funds available for both of those state revolving funds. I know USDA offers some grants, generally 20 to 40%, depending on the community, but we're still paying 60%, and if we're going a mile, we're talking
We don't have any money.
Offer some too, I don't.
probably through the Clean Water SRF, right? Probably something like that.
There's a lot of those things up in there also are point wells, so they're really shallow too, right? I mean,
You got your septic system on side and the point on the other,
Good,
Right.
good.
you recycle the water.
Yeah.
I know when they put them systems in, they made them put seaweed in the bottom of the bed to help filter water. But
okay.
I dare say that, how long has that been up there, Mike? 30 years, 35 years? Cochran
I
Trail,
don't remember not being there, so I'm 58, so I've been there 30 years, probably started putting them in. Mid to late 80s, 40, 35.
yeah, 80, late 80s.
Well, that's Benjamin Drive, right?
What's that?
Benjamin Drive.
No, Benjamin Drive is where down to the Lambert girl's house, that's Benjamin Drive, this is Cockett's Trailer Park, which is back this way.
It's right next then. I thought the Lambert was on Wussula Street.
It is.
I thought it was Benjamin Drive, maybe it's Benjamin, I don't know.
Okay, I think so.
Sewell Street's right. Where Alicia had her.
Right.
I think I do know where
Right.
those.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, so yes,
Okay.
yes.
Just so I get it.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
But you're gonna be talking a couple thousand feet to get down there, right? From where you up, where the sewer line leaves off now.
Yeah, but you also got a few other houses you'll pick up.
Yes, but what I'm just saying
It's
is the overall.
16 trailer lots in there.
So if you do something like that, where that trailer park is not, that road is not a town road, do we stop out at the main road and
who owns the property?
what equal?
Town owned lot, landowners.
Yeah.
So I
do we stop out-
I think you could stop in the road and say, we now have sewer more than 50% of your property, you need to connect.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Within
saying.
200 feet of the road, but they're probably set way back off.
Yeah, well, you're talking going down a road.
Same token, they don't have the money to do it.
Right, that's the other issue, right? Yes, it would be gate, like Bruce is right, the water table's high up there. And it would do them a great service to do so, but
Does the hookup end up being cheaper than replacing the septic?
it,
The way the prices of everything's going up, probably. Be 15 grand, probably put a system in without a tank.
well, then they
Up
have,
there.
and the thing is that if you have to replace those systems, they may put them raised bed up there now, so maybe.
With how high the water.
Everyone would
is.
have to pump, but if it was me, I'd put a big large system down at the end, take one lot out, make it in a big system and pump it all down there. Which would have to be raised up.
But if you were gonna pump it, if we had a line down there.
Well, because then they pay it once and then they don't pay their monthly sewer.
Right, I get it, it's, that's a tough one, like I was
Yeah.
saying, Matt, earlier, we discussed this a little bit about expanding it, but places where you're trying to expand it,
People don't have the money.
you know, I was gonna say, you're looking at, yes, it's the most populated congested area.
Probably making 30,000 a year.
The numbers aren't gonna work for them, and unfortunately, it's the best case scenario, but I don't think it's.
It doesn't actually end up helping them,
No,
Right.
Oh, we don't help, it doesn't help the sewer department.
right?
we're gonna have a huge cost, and then we're gonna end up,
Not getting anything back.
instead of 17% leads, we're gonna have.
Right, no, right, I mean, if there's no real benefit, yeah, I didn't know if we had areas that, you know, there was possibilities for it, it just,
Yeah,
that's what
I
it
think
is.
you're looking at a magic subdevelopment. Like if you got a subdivision nearby that you could justify and then pull those utilities, require pulling those utilities into a subdivision.
Yeah, which does happen, not a lot here.
Right.
But a lot of times, like, developers will do that, I mean, there's been a couple of those cases, sewer and water is run by the subdivider. But. Great question, great conversation, any other business? We wanna talk about, guys?
You ever checked into doing something about power, like solar panels down at the sewer treatment plant or something like that?
A couple years ago, we
You
did,
that didn't,
with the 30% tax credit gone, it just doesn't make sense financially, it's one of those like. What was that, 2 years ago, Richard?
Yep.
Something like that, we did look into it and. We were working with Revision and we talked to Revision Energy, they're like. One of the biggest solar people like that, and it was like,
they weren't interested.
no, they were, but it's just like the amount, the like cost benefit, you're tying that land up and then. I don't remember exactly what it was, it ended up being like a savings of like a couple cents a kilowatt hour. It didn't seem like it was like, oh my god, we have to do this.
I-
You talked about this, John, too, remember? Did you,
Yeah.
do you remember it the same way I do, or is it something that am I losing my mind?
I don't think there was a lot of interest in it, personally.
Yeah, but were the numbers
From-
good enough to generate interest?
From revision?
Yeah, I guess is what.
I don't remember the numbers. But I don't think there was a lot of interest in putting in solar panels.
We talked about this.
And-
I don't remember, man.
Even doing a roof mount solar would help.
I checked into it on roof mount solar and I was gonna. They said it's gonna save me $400 and some odd a month. But that's sending the check to CMP, but then I had to send the check to the solar company. For $400 some a month, so we're only gonna save nothing.
Well, I think we looked into it and it was like Revision was gonna own the panels and we were gonna buy the power from them. So we didn't have to have any kind of upfront, like, we didn't owe Revision like $2 million.
I didn't have to put any money up front either, but I weren't paying CMP, I was just paying the solar company, so.
The same, so-
Where's the savings? And that was just a few months ago.
I don't know the numbers, but what it amounted to was if we wanted to own to get the maximum benefit.
Right.
They amortized it out over a period of time. But the upfront nut was in the ballpark of a couple of million.
It was a lot of money.
And so then we said, okay, well, what if we would just give you the land to use and then we would reap financial benefit over it. And it was negligible to forfeit that land for the minimal savings that they were willing to discount us on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And so that kind of just got wiped away and we never reapproached.
Yeah,
There was a problem is that $35,000 application fee kind of takes the incentive out of it.
right. But if they own it, they eat that.
Well, they themselves would, yes,
Yeah.
but that's one of the things that takes away the incentive.
Yeah, and then you lost your 30% federal refund, which really was huge. That was another thing
Yeah.
that we were kind of banking on when we talked about that last was, oh, we're gonna get 30% back.
Yeah,
Um,
I think on a commercial right now, 6,000.
6,000.
6,000 right now.
So there's no, is it a percentage up to 6,000? I'll have to look into it.
So I permitted a few and called,
Cool.
I mean, I've been calling solar companies the last couple of weeks for a couple of my own
Oh,
projects.
no way.
And on the commercial side, it's a $6,000 rebate currently,
Okay,
and that was regardless of size.
okay.
My mother had a door-to-door salesman, when he had her convinced it was, I said,
Yeah.
But so from company to company, the prices are just everywhere.
Do it yourself.
So you could.
I did it myself.
For a project I couldn't, but yeah, these are not my buildings.
Oh, they're not.
Just a general.
Oh, okay,
So,
gotcha.
but it's funny how much the price can vary, just like the amount of kilowatts produced, from one company to the
Right.
next. It's definitely never apples to apples when you go from, Revision to Suncovia or
Yeah.
Empower, it's everywhere. I don't know if there's not a rhyme or reason, yeah.
And then there's another thing that I don't know, don't know about the like 10% discount for commercial if you do the solar timeshare thing. We looked and Have you listened to
One attempted to explain that whole piece to me, and I really wasn't interested in it.
okay, I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, just like the lease piece you spoke of earlier, Revision, I actually spoke briefly on. It didn't work for our project. I didn't really like the pitch of it. I don't know,
Yeah.
I didn't fully understand.
I don't understand it. They tried to explain it to me and it just went right over my head.
Yeah, and the buyback from CMP, if you're not used in-house, is a little different, I understand, on the commercial side versus the residential. Residential, it's 1-to-1, that's my understanding. On a commercial, it's not.
Okay.
But I mean, someone at the town, I mean, I'm sure we could generate enough, I don't know what the electricity bill is at the sewer plant. but I mean, that's-
$40,000 a year.
Is
Right
it?
in the budget.
Yeah,
So that's like 40 grand a year.
40, or geez,
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, think about the blowers, you got blowers and pumps and.
Yeah,
Have you
I'm
been
sure.
there?
So, not in years,
Yeah.
it's really been a long time since I've been over there. I would like to go over and take a peek.
They did
at
a great
some
tour
point.
a couple years ago.
But yeah, I'm sure we can generate enough power to use it in-house and then put some back on the grid. So
The
I'm
other
sure-
thing too, if you try to buy the panels and do it yourself, the panels are not very expensive, you can get them cheap. But the inverters,
Yeah,
they won't sell them to you. I know a guy in Newport that's got $2 million tied up in a solar farm, they won't sell them the inverters to tie onto the power.
Weird.
Oh,
I got mine from a guy up in Brewer.
Yeah.
So I got the inverters, the panels, and I did it myself in my garage, and it was fun. They're like Legos. They're super
Did
easy.
you tie back in or?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, the guy helped me with the CMP thing. The CMP was great to work with on that. And
Seems like that is the way to go, tie back, on the
yeah,
residential
oh
side.
yeah, tie back in and then you get credit for credit. And then you can like roll them over in the year. So like, I don't produce any power in the winter, but I run the heat pumps. So like I use them all in the
Yeah.
winter, but I produce them in the summer. I don't know. I remember looking into this though. We did spend some energy on it. Hmm?
But you kind of, I said,
When it's gone, it's gone.
Spend tip fund.
I'll dig back into it with a different vendor. See if we can.
Sure, if you wanna ask, I think it's worth asking, right? It's worth a call, it's worth a phone call.
I mean, that's our largest.
Yeah. Currently, we do what with the land? We lease it for $1?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
haying the
Right,
hay.
or just for hay?
I know, we've looked into solar panels at the house. We've spoke to 3 different companies and it's just a world of difference from one company to the other.
Oh, yeah, this amount, yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
just don't, I don't
This is
understand.
really weird, cause they combine the same product, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's for Hammond's, Home Depot, Lowe's, right?
Yeah.
Three different
Sure,
prices.
sure. Cool, so Richard, you're gonna take that one as an
I'll
action
give it
item.
a stab at it.
Just give them a call, I think it's worth revisiting, maybe they'll have a different. You know, when diesel is $6 a gallon, maybe they'll. Alright, cool, great discussion, anything else, any other business? Okay, so I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second this.
Alright, so the motion to adjourn is non-debatable, all those in favor to adjourn the meeting? Thank you.